At the controls we've got very nice polished aluminium renthal desert bend bars. Closest bars renthal have ever really made to the old classic high-rise motocross bars. A lot lighter and a lot stronger than the original steels. I do have the original steel bars that I'll throw in with the bike. It's got new levers. I've got old levers which I'll throw in with the bike. It had a new aluminium throttle, new area grips on at the front end. Just needs the new kill switch wiring into the CDI. Following on from the controls, the front forks, they're larger than standard. I believe they're off a TM400, but don't quote me on that. They're in fantastic condition. There is some pitting in the chrome above the travel, and there is some pitting in the chrome between the top and bottom clamps on the front end. Good condition front plate, but it is mounted on two alley plates. That could do with remounting. It did have a new front mudguard, and it's got a new old stock front flap. The bottom of the forks are in fantastic condition, as I'll show you when I show you the wheel. Following on down the front forks to the front wheel, it's a 1977 RM 100 front wheel with a Pirelli Scorpion front tyre in very good condition. It has brand new brake pads in the hub. It will come with new wheel bearings. I didn't fit them because there's nothing wrong with the ones that are in there. They're perfectly fine and should do a good few more races before they need changing. The engine is based around a 1975 RM125M crankcase and gearbox and clutch. That's all been stripped, rebuilt, all solid, all fantastic, all new gaskets. It's had all new bearings, washers, nuts, bolts, keys, all fully stripped down. New bottom end, new big end, new little end, new comrod, new piston, new rings. This was a new, albeit plenty of storage damage, 125 hop up S model barrel. It's an original bore, perfect inside. That's mated to the hop up big carb adapter plate, which is on a 400 manifold with stainless bolts, 32mm carbs, 1976 jetting to suit the bigger ports in the barrel. All new leads, caps, plugs. There's a 75 S model modified airbox in it. Unfortunately, the mechanic lost the top to the airbox, so it does need somebody to put a bag and an elastic band or a piece of plastic, or make a lid or buy a lid for the top of the airbox. Everything else is great. Pegs are in great condition. A lot of the parts have been replaced, new vent hoses, new kickstart, new brake levers, gear levers, exhaust springs, some of the nuts and bolts. It's really just down now to cosmetic. Everything that's on there is really in fantastic condition anyway, and could all probably be cleaned up to look great once there's a bit of paint on the motor and the frame was powder coated. At the rear end, same as the front, we've got a 1977 RM 100 rear wheel. Has new brake pads in. I have new bearings, but again, they haven't been fitted. This is all perfect. Runs fantastic. There isn't any need for the new bearings, so I haven't put them in. Got a fantastic Conditioned Kenda tyre on the back. It's only had a couple of hours use. All the nuts, bolts, swinging arm is all in great condition, all new nuts and bolts for the shocks. These are Works Performance rear shocks that will come fitted on it, and I have the original KYBs that would have been on it, but what I also have is a pair of brand new and unused showers for the bike if somebody wants those, and they have never been fitted into a bike at all and are really rare. They're in beautiful condition. Everything at the back here, all the swinging arm bushes, swinging arm washers have all been replaced. Everything's in perfect working condition. Again, Cosmetic, the back wheel's in perfect condition. It just needs a bit of powder coating, a bit of paint. If these were nickel plated, they would look beautiful. As it is, they're more than clean enough for a race bike, more than clean enough for a race bike. Just popping round onto the other side, you can see brand new chain guide with brand new rollers, brand new gear levers, new cover on there, new nuts and bolts for the swing arm bolts, and if that just turned around to there, you will also see it's got a brand new Protec chain tensioner already fitted on. All nuts and bolts, again, perfect condition. The engine, still even got the plate for the stand. All new hoses on the Mikuni carb. If we just carry on a little bit further forward, the exhaust has all new hardware, new springs, new plate, new bumper inside, new exhaust washers. The exhaust, as you can see, is undented and in perfect condition. Unfortunately, the exhaust was broken by the mechanic and has had a bit of a bodgy fix. Works perfect. It could do with the silencer being cut off and refixed, but there's nothing wrong with it as a race bike as it is. But the exhaust was a brand new PDI exhaust, but unfortunately, I say, it got broke. The brake itself was here where the silencer joins the pipe. This had been modified by somebody, so I guess it was a weak braze, but when the silencer was knocked, it come apart. I've had a plate put on it and welded it back together. It's also had this bracket welded on, and to be honest, this could do with tidying up, and that plate could do with being re-welded on and put the rubber bumpers that came with the RM125 on it. But as it is, it has a rubber bumper in, it's all fitted up, it's perfectly raceable as it is. It'd just be a cosmetic point. Overall, the bike's in really nice tidy condition. It's not restored, it's mechanically restored. It could do with some cosmetic work, but it is all there. It's very raceable as it is. Tank's in great condition, seats in great condition, plastics are all there, everything's there. There is a dent on the tank here that needs doing. The seat has been shaved down, so it's a flat seat like later models. The 75 used to crank up at the back, and it just threw the layout of the bike off, so a flat seat seemed the way to go. When I originally got the bike, the plastics had all been hand painted yellow, and that was hand painted over green, which was hand painted over white. And what I've actually done to get it to the point where it is now is these are the original plastics, but they've been sanded back to yellow. The side panel on this side is great. To be honest, this could do with a bit more work or replacing. Same with the rear mudguard. But the bike as is very raceable as it stands. A little bit of work, a little bit of money, and this could really be a showstopper. But mechanically wise, good, race ready, honest solid RM 1975 125. It's had a few mods. The ignition has been put on the head tube to mimic the 75S model. It's had all the California hop-up stuff and the exhaust. That gives it about another 5 horsepower. It's got 77 wheels, which give it slightly better braking, and they're slightly lighter wheels. I hope somebody buys it and enjoys it very much.